This is Daniel with BloodyMayhem.com. We're here with David Bollea. David, you got a big fight coming up. It's your second fight, right?
Yes.
Tachi Palace 3, here February 4th. You want to talk a little bit about your fights?
Yeah, my first professional fight was for the XFC. It was on HDNet, and there was 12,000 people there. My uncle showed up. There was a lot of pressure because every 2 seconds they're announcing Hulk Hogan's nephew fighting later tonight, and then they put me like second to last on the card. So that was an interesting situation, but I learned a lot from it. Took 2 years off. I won the fight, but there's a lot of stuff I need to work on, so I took 2 years off. And now I'm back here at Tachi Palace in Lemoore, California, and we're going to get back in there.
I mean, training with Ulysses Gomez's camp, right, in Vegas?
Yes.
I mean, how's that? I know definitely Ulysses Gomez is a badass jiu-jitsu guy. I mean, how's that helping you out?
Yeah, Ulysses and I used to actually live together because when I just first started training, I was living with my mom at the time, and she said that when I got a blue belt, I needed to, find a job teaching somewhere. So I got a blue belt. She was like, "Oh, well, you got to go. You don't have a job teaching. You said you would have a job." And then I was like, "All right, well, cool. I'll move my stuff out." She's like, "No, well, I'm going on a trip." She's like, "When I get back, your stuff won't be here." And I'm like, "Well, I got a tournament in Miami." So I went out, moved my stuff to Ulysses' house, went to the tournament, got my ankle popped, didn't tap, won the blue belt division, came back, and then I slept on Ulysses' mom's couch for about 6 months. So Uli and I have come up in the fight game together. I actually fought before he did, but he's got more fights than me now, so,
definitely with the his jiu-jitsu background in winning Grappler's Quest, definitely gave him a really big name.
Yeah.
You talked about your uncle, and everyone always asks you about your uncle. It's Hulk Hogan. Everyone was a fan of Hulk Hogan when he wrestled,
Yeah.
but you're David Bollea.
Right.
How much do you want David Bollea to stand out over David Hulk Hogan?
Well, it's definitely, there's two sides to it. On one side, I get a lot more recognition. I have a lot more fans, probably. More people hear about me. I get my foot in the door a lot of places. At the same time, a lot of people mistake my life. They think that, they see the reality show with him and his children, and they think I grew up like that, and I didn't. Right now, I sleep on 2 mattress pads that I bought from Walmart. I sleep on the floor. I drive a 98 Dodge Neon. It's in the shop right now. I just spent $1,300 on it. It broke down again. I got to go argue with the mechanic. I get back into town. I have no car. I'm sleeping on the floor. We don't have cable at the house. It's me and my 2 roommates. They don't drive. I'm driving them everywhere. So I used to sleep on Ulysses' couch. Me and Kendall Grove used to mop the mats together at Cobra Kai to pay for training. And people think that I'm like a spoiled rich kid and that I'm just fighting because my uncle got me some fight or something, and then I'm gonna fight some bum. But it's really not the case. I fight real fighters. I train with real fighters. I train with some of the best guys in the world. And a lot of my training partners are UFC caliber fighters, or they're in the UFC right now. And I pretty much feel that a little more experience, that's the direction I'll be headed.
So what do we expect from you on February 4th? What type of a fight?
Well, of course, training at Cobra Kai Jiu-Jitsu, my strength is grappling. So I've got a lot of experience grappling. I've won some Nagas and some other tournaments and stuff like that, in the advanced divisions. If I want to grapple, I go to a grappling tournament. Hopefully in this fight, I get to work some of my stand-up. I've been kickboxing and striking unlimited. And Ken Hahn is the striking coach that got Frank Mir ready for Negrera. And that was the best Frank Mir that we ever saw up until that point. And his hands look way different. He's been knocking guys out now. So I think Ken's getting my hands ready, he's getting my kicks ready, and I'm just trying to come to the fight with a complete package and be ready for anything, because I don't really have a lot of footage on the down fight.
Well, thank you, David. Thank you for your time. They're setting up behind us. It's getting a little bit more noisier. Anyone you really want to thank for your training, everything?
Yeah, I want to thank Mark Lehman for picking me up from my house and taking me to jiu-jitsu practice when I didn't have a car. I want to thank Ulysses Gomez for letting me sleep on his couch a few years ago. And I just want to thank everybody that helps me train, beats me up every day. And grapplersquest.com, onthemat.com, brentsampson.com, Tri-Costa MMA. They make 6 shirts, and you can go to my website, kingdavidhogan.com. 7 free videos. You can get a crash course and learn how to fight MMA in a week.
All right, thank you. Thanks, David, and look forward to your fight on February 4th.
Cool, thank you. This is King David Hogan. You're watching BloodyMayhem.com.